Well, hello everybody. First off, forgive me for the noise. I'm going to work. I just dropped my son off. But you know, as a 38-year-old divorced dad who's going through bankruptcy, who's having a lot of problems right now that, I'm fixing. I just have to tell you that I think love in what we knew of it, at least millennials. I don't know what Gen Z knows now, and God help them, because they're going through a lot of changes right now. They're going through some shit. I think love is dead. Love is fucked. There is basically no love anymore that stems from an organic meeting whatsoever. Because remember, even the dating apps, when I met my ex-wife, this was back on OkCupid. I met her back in 2015. Yep, I was single. I was 27 years old. I was living in a place called Tiberia. For those of you who don't know, Tiberia, aka in English Tiberias, is in northern Israel, where I still reside in Israel to this day, but now I'm in a city in the center of Israel, near Tel Aviv. I met her on OkCupid. And I remember getting messages on OkCupid from other women. And back then, now look at me, I'm fat, I'm out of shape. I gotta get in shape, I gotta quit this shit, But I was still getting messages. When I came to Israel, on the kibbutz I was on, it was called Kibbutz Mishma Sharon, where I, at the time, utterly failed to learn Hebrew. Thank God I know it now, but it wasn't through no language course. It was all through my ex and, mother-in-law and whatever work. I was still interacting, talking, and having at least some sexual encounters with women. Now, granted, this was back in 2014/2015. And remember, shit has changed so much between then and now. It is incomprehensible how much everything has changed. And being divorced, and this is the life of a man, and women too, but this is your life right now as a person. You have no social life anymore. All the third places that you used to be able to go to, like the bars and the coffee shops and the clubs and everything else, have been shut down because of COVID. Which, come on, we need to stop using that shit as an excuse. Fuck that. COVID's over. It's done. But all those places are out. You can't smoke in a place anymore because of health, tobacco, secondhand smoke. Yeah, there's a lot worse things than secondhand smoke. Look at the fucking shit that people are putting into their bodies, including myself. At least I'm self-aware of it. Men, especially men. And I talked to a homie of mine years ago. He said, "Oh no, Victor, you're half black, but you got to understand it's only white men." I said, no, it's not only white men. Every man is going to get this treatment. Every single fucking man is going to get this treatment, unless you are the top echelon 1% of men. And it doesn't matter who you are as a man, what race you are. Every man's going to get this, and every man is getting it. So, what do I believe? I believe true, organic love is fucking over. It's over. At least for now. Unless we start, as a collective, as a society, start saying to ourselves, hey, enough is enough of this shit. Let's go out and start some types of groups. Let's go out and do things. Let's go out and meet people organically. Let's forget it's 2026. Let's pretend it's 1996. The internet is just, something that you have to wait, 5 minutes on just to download a fucking picture, It's useless. It's faster to just go out and meet people. But people don't want to do this nowadays. I've noticed the shift in society. Everybody is so standoffish. Everybody is so timid. If you look at somebody, they're like, well, what are you looking at? But just a glance. You know, you're not even intentionally looking at it, just glancing. You're looked at with, you know, like you've got 3 fucking heads, you know? Like you're Medusa or something, you're gonna turn them into stone. It's just sickening. And where do I, or you, or anyone else for that matter, you know, I'm using myself as an example because I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. You know, I've fallen in love, I've married, I've had, my wife, my ex-wife has had a child, I'm a parent. I've at least got to experience that, or experiencing that now. But many people within, even millennials, and especially Gen Z, it's like they're on the path not to experience that because we have made dating a fucking commodity. Hold up, let me get around this bus. Woo! Good driving skills here. So I'm not looking into the camera here. We have made dating and relationships a fucking commodity to be traded. Like gold, like silver, you know, you could say like cryptocurrency, like pork bellies and orange juice. I think some millennials, especially Gen X, get that joke. But we have made dating the most fundamental aspect and milestone of our society. The one thing that helps society reproduce for the next generations. We have made that a fucking commodity to be traded. And you know what? It's fucking sickening. And I'm not going to go into the details of why I got divorced and how I got divorced, I have a semi-decent relationship with my ex. I intend to keep it that way. We both did things to fuck up our marriage, so, whatever. That's not the case. I want to go out and I want to meet another woman. I want to go out and have fun. I want to go out and, sit down at a coffee shop and have a great discussion and talk and do all the things that we were supposed to do. Like the generations before us. Like millennials of my age, for example, which I believe we're the last generation to do so at this point. Like the Gen X. Like boomers. I mean, come on, fucking boomers had all sorts of clubs, all sorts of venues, all sorts of third places to go to. Whether it be the 24-hour cafe or the fucking club or the coffee shop, whatever. They had places. But we have been shut out of that so they can make love a commodity. And you know what? It is fucking disgusting. I don't know who's behind this. I don't know what sick corporate entity, corporatists, whoever, are behind this weird push. It's like they want to drive society down. They don't want us to reproduce. They don't want us to have children. I always hear, you always hear from people, especially Elon Musk, that society's dying, the population is collapsing. Okay, great, the population's collapsing. If the population is truly collapsing and you want people to reproduce and you want all these kids, then why don't you fucking put in some investment towards that? Yeah, the government should do that. They should give parents tax breaks. They should give subsidized daycare. They should give it all. As a matter of fact, they should be giving us money to reproduce. Other countries do it. Look at Poland. I think Hungary. Massive tax credits if you have a certain amount of children. But all it is shit talk. All talk and no action. And I just don't believe in talk. I want to see results. I don't want to see fucking people just talking. I know I'm talking about them. Who am I to do anything? I'm just another schmuck on YouTube who's trying to rebuild his channel again. But what love is there? You go out, you talk to these women, you have horrible experience. I recently had an experience with a woman. Just a user. Just a fucking user. Using this one for sex. Using this one for talking. Using this one for emotional support. Just 3 guys on hand that she could use for different tasks. Like tools in a fucking tool belt. You got your hammer, you got your screwdriver, you got your stapler, whatever. Just tools on a tool belt. That's all it is. And it's disgusting to me. And what man nowadays wants to go out there and find love when he is constantly pushed and constantly pressured to the brink? You need to be vulnerable, but at the same time, don't be vulnerable, because if you cry, you're a bitch. Oh, I don't care if you make money. It's not about the money, but you need to support me and make money and buy me nice things all the time, every day. And if you don't, you're a fucking bum. Although, you'll notice that these women, many of these women nowadays, and this is why I think love is dead, who go out with some of the most bum-ass, broke-ass, fucking scrub-ass niggas that you find anywhere. Anywhere. Straight fucking scrubs. Then you got guys like me and others like me who work hard, go out there, have a child, know what responsibility is like. And it's, whatever. I'll just use you as a emotional tampon. That's okay. Fuck you. The dating apps, don't even get me started on the dating apps nowadays. Don't even get me started on the fucking dating apps. You used to be able to go out there, even on fucking the fucking Craigslist. Remember the Craig casual encounters? You'd get more results on that than you do a dating app now, and I didn't even have to pay. You didn't even have to pay. That's the fucked up part. That's what I mean by commoditization of dating, of love. Women, on average, I was watching a video, I think it's from Moon, who said that the founder of OkCupid wrote a book that said, on average, women got 45 messages a week, and men got zero messages. Nothing. Zero messages, unless they were in the top 1% of men. And also, I want to point this out, and this was a number of years ago. This was actually during, I believe, this is about 10 years ago now. And I knew it was fucked then. I remember reading it. I believe I had just immigrated here or still in America. I don't remember. But there was a guy who was on Reddit who did an experiment. If you look back, just type in Tinder, sex offender, dating experiment Reddit. There is a guy on Tinder who posted all this to Reddit, and they sure locked that fucking thread down. They erased that. This guy got just some random picture of a stock model, really good looking guy. He chatted up all these women, and he said, oh hey, by the way, I'm a sex offender. I did things with my, I don't know, you can't say any words anymore, but I did things with my 5-year-old cousin, and now I'm on the sex offender list. Is that okay? And the women were saying, yeah honey, it's alright, it's fine. We all make our mistakes. Mind-blowing shit. And remember the Boston bombing, remember? When Joker Tsarnaev was in jail? All these women came out of the motherfucking woodwork. All of them came out of the woodwork. He's too pretty to go to jail. We can't put him in jail, he's too pretty. Just a fucked up, miserable shit society back then, but now amplify that 100 times. This is where we're at. We're sinking lower and lower and lower and lower and lower every fucking day of the week. Every day of the month, the year, just lower. It's like a fucking, what do you call that? Mambo. What is that thing where you have to lower the bar and you have to wiggle your way under it? I forget the name of what that is, but that's what it is. We're getting lower than fucking reptiles, man. We're about to be at the fucking Mariana Trench as far as society has fallen. Oh man, I'd love just to go out there and talk to a woman. Has become a challenge. Chivalry, for example, man. anymore, I'm not even fucking chivalrous anymore. I don't hold the fucking door open for no woman. I see a woman that needs a flat tire changed. I don't help her. I don't do shit. I don't know what you're gonna do. You might come around and say that, oh, he tried to rape me, please. Shit, it's like nowadays, like that Dave Chappelle sketch, where before you have sex, you gotta detail all the sexual acts you gotta do, and, you know, sign here and sign there, you know, do you consent to this? And now, even more fucked up in this horrible, disgusting, low-tier society of ours, I've come to the conclusion that, fuck, maybe you all need to start wearing body cams, like the police. Start wearing body cams. So no one can accuse you, no one can do anything to you, no one can say shit to you. Because you got the body cam. Oh no, here's proof. Video don't lie. There you go. You know, I'll just get that from the cloud for you, Mr. Police Officer, sir. Here you go. I didn't do that. This is where we've come to. And you still want me to believe there's love between the sexes? No, but it's okay for the LGBTQ, XYZ, whatever the fuck community to have love. Oh yeah, love is love. Yeah, love is love. That's okay. You know, they can get whatever they want. But for us straight men, it's like we're fucked. And when, at least for me, when I get another woman again, it's like now everybody's so fucking paranoid. I especially know I'm paranoid. She's got to go through a fucking vetting process. You know, like she's trying to join the Secret Service or something. You know, what did you do? How many partners did you have? What's your attitude? Do you change on a dime? What kind of things do you like? Blah, it goes beyond the basic questions. Now, because this is how fucked up we are as a society. And it's heartbreaking. I know for me it's heartbreaking. It is fucking heartbreaking. And the amount of stuff I see that is anti-male. The misandry. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a misogynist. I'm not here to give red pill content. I'm not here to give black pill. I mean, I'm just here to give my opinion. I'm not here to give anything else other than that. The misandry that you see nowadays is off the charts. It is ridiculous. And it's going to get to a point, I'm sorry to say this, ladies, it's going to get to a fucking point where men are not going to want anything to do with your asses no more. And if you keep this up, the rate you're going, most of you are going to end up alone. Most are going to end up in mental institutions, and most of you are going to end up with cats, because that's the only type of attention you're going to get if you keep this crazy shit up. You know, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking, man, to see this crazy ass just over the top of Sandra. Just the other day, you know, there's this creator. I'm not going to name her name, because who knows where she's at on YouTube. You know, I don't want to be, you know, fucking sued. I got the money to be sued. But she's a lesbian creator from Brazil. Very good-looking woman. Very good-looking woman. Would I smash? 120% I would smash. But she's out there, you know, making her little video, and you can see it's in Portuguese, but you see the text down below. And she's talking about, oh, how to handle your childish man. Oh, give him a kids meal. Let him run around in the play area. Blah, blah, blah. All this anti-male, lesbian bullshit, nonsensical fucking shit. I'm like, all right, maybe the translations are off. So let me put this in Grok or Gemini and see what she's saying. And it's just this anti-male humor. But flip the humor around on her. Hey, you fucking lesbian bitch. This is what you do with a lesbian bitch. You know, get up, you take her to a bar, you get her drunk, and try and fuck her. Watch that same woman just fucking lose her mind. You know, all men are pigs, right? You know, the same thing what she's saying. It's misandry. But I'm not I don't hate women. I'm not a misogynist, nor do I like misandry. You know what I think? I think that over-the-top misogyny and misandry are signs of lesbianism and homosexuality. That's it. That's all. Fucking signs of being a homo or a lesbo. And listen, I have homosexual friends, all right? One of my best friends is homo. One of my best friends is well, actually, he's bi. Nice dude. We've had some pretty good discussions, too. And he told me one day why, he leans towards men. He's like, look at the way women would treat men. They treated him horribly with that in his life. And that's another reason why, too, men are just saying, fuck it, I'll just go to homosexuality. And then we lose population numbers there. Because women are so fucked up that when a man tries to get with them, there's a certain amount of tries, man just says, I'm checking out, that's it. He moves over to the other side. That's something else that should be discussed, by the way. But yeah, but seeing that shit, man, just made me go through the roof in anger. You know what? I still give her views. Because she's a pretty face. She's a pretty face. Someone that you want to imagine that you're fucking. Nice little 25-year-old Brazilian piece of ass. Why not? They can stop calling me. I'm going to be on time. God damn. Oh, you're going to be into work? Yes, I'm coming into work. See, that's another thing. Leave us the fuck alone. I'm a grown boy. I'm going to come to work. Stop. Sorry for that little rant. Side rant. But anyway, I know this has been a little bit incoherent. I know that's been a little bit all over the place, but I don't know where to start. I don't even know where to begin when it comes to finding love anymore. What do we do? Men and women. Where do we go from here? What do we do from here? How do we fix this problem within society? Because let's just be fucking honest, it is a problem. It is a problem that needs to be addressed. The family unit is collapsing. The fundamental pillar of society, the family, is collapsing. And behind it, you've got all these people, whether it be through social media, whether it be through dating apps, whatever, all these forms of the social media networks, all these forms, all the people that run the social media networks, rather. What do we do? Do we take governmental action? Do we take the dating apps to court and have the Federal Trade Commission and the FCC take a look at them? Or do we just stop social media as a whole? I don't know. But until love finds me, I've kind of given up on it. And, I think that self-improvement is the key. And that's it. Got to lose weight, got to look good, got to look better, got to get myself out of bankruptcy. After my bankruptcy, build myself up again, and then go from there. And to you guys, I know it sounds cliche, but just improve on yourselves. Get a good circle of friends and support each other. Friends, family, whoever. Anyway, that's it for me. Until the next video, take it easy.